Greetings my great pals. And welcome to Mango Future Responses. And now, I am going to do my first ever response on Green Demon Alex. And it will be on his video about me. And before I start, I am gonna start Mango Future Response episode 25 until I finished with this episode. Anyways, let's begin.
Alright. I know this is a little bit bizarre of me doing this, considering that that I should have done this sooner or later, but I feel like since I kind of was thinking about it too many times, I kind of wanted to get this off my chest. Before any of you guys start to attack Mango, I want to let you know this is not intended to attack or harass him in any way.
Well, to some of the users who attacks me, they should need to stop attacking me. Because, attacking me does not even solve any problems. And even if they hate me, they can just ignore me instead of attention seeking me.
This is for constructive criticism purposes only.
Excuse me, but, attacking someone is not constructive criticism at all. Attacking your hated users is cyberbullying. Because they can end up a community guideline strike for violating the policies of harassment, bullying, or threaten.
And I am being absolutely civil with him. This is not harassment, not anything for you guys to go out in your way and attack him. This is being completely civil. I'm being very, very civil and not wanting to actually be going out of my way and just continually thinking, oh, I'm attacking him, when obviously I'm trying to be civil here because I want this to get through his actual head. So, if any of you who are not aware of this guy in general, well, I gotta say, I will say though, if I actually did call him out before for supposedly making a community tab about something called past shaming, which I gotta say doesn't make any sense.
Well, I want to let my fans to know what past shaming means. I made that post because it is a new term now. And that term is going to be real now.
As I made before, it doesn't make sense that he would make a community post about it. I will have to show it to you again, but be warned, it's kind of cringe.
I don't care!
And let me actually get rid of the link so no random people actually get in. But yeah, you can see here about this one that he actually posted like a week ago. In the future, past shaming is a real term. If you don't know what past shaming means, the explanation goes on this post. If you understand what past shaming means, it's not be a real term in the future. Yeah. And I basically wrote this comment. Sorry to say this, but past shaming pedophiles after grooming children doesn't work like that. If innocent users did minor mistakes, then that would be past shaming. If it's on a criminal or pedophile, it's not past shaming. And that proves actually my point.
Well, I am innocent now. Because you know that I am not a pedophile anymore. And are you about to bring up my past that I am still a pedophile? Huh. That does not make things better at all, because you know that I fully improved my behavior now. Since I am now behaved and I am going to give it another chance now.
But I don't want any of you guys attacking these people just because this doesn't really make any sense to me. Like, we're literally bringing up people's past for the sins that they have committed, especially when it comes to pedophilia. Because well, let's be honest, pedophiles are still guilty for grooming minors.
Well, I totally regret grooming minors. And you know that I stopped grooming minors now? And also, could you please stop complaining about me that I stopped doing that horrible thing? Because, it does not make any things better at all.
If we literally stop past shaming them or just let them off scot-free, then they're going to continue lurking and they're going to groom more victims.
Well, that doesn't mean you have to do that about me. Because, I already regret doing grooming minors. And now, I am going to make WG content who is over 18 years old, though not all of my fans likes gaining weight.
And we don't want any more victims being groomed by people who have no right to actually be doing disgusting shit to those under 18. Seriously. This doesn't really make sense to me. Like, this absolutely doesn't make any sense. If a user has done minor mistakes, then yes, it would be past shaming. But if it's on a criminal like a pedophile or someone that has committed unacceptable sins, then that's not past shaming.
Well, I really did a past mistake for what I did that to minors. And I understand that I give them another chance to never doing that to minors ever again. And I really did a past mistake because you should know that I am not a pedophile anymore. And I am going to be more famous soon since I apologize to minors.
This doesn't really make any sense. A person, whenever false accusing someone, whenever a person doesn't do sins or horrible actions, but even if they don't do sins or horrible actions anymore, they're still guilty of what they've done.
No, they are actually not guilty because you need to know that they don't do grooming minors anymore. According to Colatiri, he regret doing grooming minors. And if anyone who hates Colatiri, I can handle your opinion.
Especially with pedophiles, because if we let because if pedophiles if we let pedophiles get away with their actions, then they're obviously going to groom more victims and continue lurking around on the internet when we should get rid of them. You're saying, right, who doesn't do action? No. Someone who committed sins or something like pedophilia, murder, or some other felony, there's no way to improve from it. Because once a felon, always a felon for the rest of their lives. False exclamation about a person who doesn't do bad actions anymore. But they still done it. But they have still done it.
Actually, they stopped doing that. And some of them regret doing that. So this means that they are actually apologized to anyone for what they did. They should need to know that they are minor mistakes. And also, just because they stopped doing that does not mean that they did that on purpose.
And it's still just unacceptable that pedophiles, that if we just stop with this shit with pedophiles, then sorry folks, then obviously we're just letting them off scot-free and they're going to groom more victims. If it's a minor mistake, then it doesn't necessarily have to be brought up. But if it's a felony, then it has to be brought up. You are completely right, Owen. See, Owen has some fair share to talk about you, Mango. Owen has proven a point. Small mistakes like misdemeanors aren't serious. Felonies are unacceptable. And whenever someone commits a sin like cheating, faking a death, or some other things that are very sinful, there's no way to improve or be forgiven for that, especially if they cheat on their loved ones. Because cheating is a sin, a complete unacceptable sin between someone's past and present day. Because some of those people that we called out are pedophiles that literally are none other than just manipulative, who can literally try to get away by just proving hypocrisy and just saying that they never groomed children when they were guilty of grooming victims.
Actually, whenever they stop doing that, they can just apologize to minors, and even if they apologize to some minors later, then they can just accept their apologies. And how does that make anyone a hypocrite just because they stop doing that, and never to groom minors anymore? That does not make any things better at all.
Or children. But this term, I don't think it should exist in the first place. I don't think this term just makes any sense whatsoever, because God forbid that if we let pedophiles off scot-free, then again, they're gonna groom more victims, and we just think we can accept that when obviously no, because pedophiles deserve to be punished. Like, I know this is kind of too far, but yeah, I think it's true that they.
Stop it right there, you bad person. This is me, Coco Jones, speaking to you. Are you about to send a death wish to your hated person? People. Bruh, you need to know that is just disrespectful. You should never ever send death wishes to your hated people, and that could make you a cold-hearted jerk. Let's just skip it and continue with this commentary. Respond.
On Twitter, because on Twitter or X, people who catch predators in the act slap the shit out of them, and then the pedos deserve it for what they've done. They're disgusting and endanger minors. It's just that apparently I was calling out this user named Mango who made a kind of brain dead community post about past shaming and literally saying that we can literally stop past shaming pedophiles or people who commit unacceptable sins. That I don't think there's any ways to repent for what they've done. But this honestly feels like we're literally just letting sorry. It feels like we're literally letting pedophiles off scot-free, but we can't let them off scot-free. They deserve to be punished for what they've done to children. Because we don't want any more damn victims. We've already had quite enough.
I bet that I don't want to come more pedophiles on the road, since I don't want to be a pedophile anymore. I regret doing pedophilia, and that's how that some users apologize to me. They can just accept my apology and give me another chance now?
And the more these pedophiles do their then the more victims they're going to groom, and it's going to become eventually a more even bigger problem. Because we've already had to deal with a lot of pedophiles that have secretly been grooming minors behind our backs. Like, for example, Foolish Mortal 01. Yes, I'm sorry if I have to bring him up, but he literally hid something very dirty from all of us by grooming 21 individuals.
You lie! You're a f***ing liar! Shut up!
Mostly all of them are females. He never cared one bit about his guy friends or male friends. And he literally kept all of them silent for so long to the point where no victim of his could speak out against him. And that's absolutely just unacceptable. I know he's long gone, but we still cannot accept that back in reality, because once they're caught, there's no way to improve or be forgiven for literally grooming and doing explicit stuff to minors. Because again, with all these people that have been victimized by these grown-ups that are being disgusting to them, then it's obviously becoming such a big problem, not just in the real world, but mostly in the online world. I mean, you can all obviously see this happening in the real world when you see Twitter, when you see some guys actually be making decoys and catching grown-ups who are pedophiles in the act. But seriously, it doesn't make any goddamn sense. And I feel like this is mainly because of the Vinny thing, which I'm still on about the Vinny thing, because, like, I'm still calling that mother out for every time he continues with his hypocrisy. But the fact is, even if Vinny doesn't do that, he still is guilty for what he's done, and he still cannot bring himself to justice for the horrible shit that he's done. He distributed CP on his community tab. He doxed 2 minors. He stalked a few users, even though one of them is no better. And he even celebrated a school shooting, which is Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting, the most infamous school shooting in history, which apparently was the deadliest because about 27 victims were killed. 26 at the school and his mother at home, and then apparently the gunman's yeah. You know what I make point. Adam Lanza, the guy who murdered his mother right on that fateful morning of December 14th, 2012, before driving in her car to the school, where he literally shot 20 kids, not 12, 20 kids and 6 staff members before taking his own life. But let's not go on topic about Foolish, because he's long gone. And I do agree with you. He does really need to lose his job from Disney because...
Okay, first off, mind your own business. And second, I am not a Disney character. I am actually an HTF character. Just look at my avatar that I am an HTF character.
We can't let Disney even keep that guy as an employee for grooming 21 victims.
You lie! You're a f***ing liar! Shut up!
So, Mango, I want to just honestly be honest with you. Please delete this community post.
That's never going to happen.
Because I don't want to have to make another video if you're not going to be responding and not actually noticing that we cannot, we cannot accept people back in reality once they are committed of pedophilia or doing terrible, unacceptable sins. Because even if they stop doing it, they're still guilty of what they've done, and they always will be guilty for the rest of their lives.
Are you stupid or something? They are not guilty if they stop doing that, and regret doing that. And that doesn't actually makes any things better at all. And this proves that you are supporting North Korea.
So I haven't heard from you one bit on this situation, but since I already tagged you here, I hope this time you're going to understand about what I really mean. Especially with the amount Vinny has done, and especially that he's also been doing disgusting community posts, which I will actually do a live stream about Vinny yet again, because this time he really is disgusting.
How the hell is it disgusting for making community posts? Just because they make community posts doesn't even mean that it is disgusting.
And I actually do have screenshots that are actually literally on my iPad and my devices. And I kind of would show them to you, but I probably would have to upload them on my computer. Then I'll show them to you. I'll show them to you guys. So Mango, I'm gonna say this one final time. You made a very brain dead choice to make this community post.
Bruh, that's not even how the things might go better. Because, I made that post to know that it is going to be a real term or not. And in my criticism, past shaming is a real term.
And got some people to agree with you on it, when obviously it doesn't make sense, because it's literally like we're letting pedophiles off scot-free.
No the hell they are not, dude. They are actually supporting me that I stop doing minor mistakes, that's all. So you are basically can't handle my fans agreeing on my community post to understand now.
And we all know pedophiles are disgusting and better off as sex offenders that are guilty for grooming children. So please
Shut your damn mouth!
And actually realize that that felonies have to be brought up because, and especially when it comes to pedophiles, because they're guilty for grooming children. That's it. I don't want to hear any more. I don't want to continue doing this if you're not going to respond to actually hear my side about this, because I don't understand why you're not even responding when I called you out for a good reason. Now, I don't even know how many times I'm going to call you out, but again, I'm not sending anyone to attack you because this is constructive criticism and to only be civil. So, that's it from me. I hope you guys have a good night. I know I'm supposed to be in bed by like 9:30, but I actually don't have school tomorrow because of Labor Day weekend. So expect me to make a live stream earlier than ever on Friday. But yeah, that's pretty much it, everybody. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Well, that video sucked. Because he basically makes up excuses in this video. Anyways, that's all for this video. Thank you all for watching. If you are new, subscribe to my channel, like the video, and hit the notification bell to never miss my videos on your notifications tab. This is Mango HTF Animations The Razor, Rick Astley, and Elvis Presley fan, signing out. Goodbye, and have a great day.